Hey everybody, welcome to Tuesday night Zoom call, and it is February the 28th, 2017, and what an amazing month we're coming off of. Last day of the month, and we have helped how many people change their lives this month. It's kind of crazy how good, and it's so cool to hear the stories that we have. I am thrilled and so appreciate Nicole Deward, who's going to lead our call tonight, for elevating me. And she's going to share with us some of the things we learned to go global, some of the programs that our company is helping us with to incentivize our own health so we can lead with that, and also reward us for what we do well by growing our business. So I do not understand any of it. And so it takes a village and a team. And I'm so grateful that Nicole's going to help us lead us through and kind of give us the roadmap and actually serve as the leader for us all. So kicking and screaming, me, and I heard Dee, you kind of kick and scream a little bit too. Anyway, Nicole, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you, Dee. I totally ratted you out to Susan today. So I'm going to have you share a little bit. So thank you for the opportunity to share. It's not very often that I get super excited about a promotion the company's doing. So if I do, we take notice because I don't know what it is, but I continue to have something mull over in my head. When something clicks, it just clicks. Dee, at a meeting last night, we had a great Discover Optimal Health meeting last night, and she said, you know, there are things that she has read in the Habits of Health that she read 6 years ago that seem different to her now, and that is how it is in all things. Sometimes we can get frustrated with our business that there's so much repetition, but we are at a different place in life. We listen with different ears, and there are times where things don't make sense at all, and then all of a sudden we have this aha moment, this epiphany, like, why didn't I hear that? Or when we do team coaching, have you ever had it where you bring your coach on the line and you're doing a celebration call, and your coach asks your client the same exact questions that you do, and they answer them totally different, and you're like, I know that I've done that. I know that I've said these things. And so it just is a different perspective. It's a different time, and people feel differently. And so that's the way the story goes. I'm 6 years into this crazy ride, and I was sharing the beginnings of Taste Shape for Life with a prospective coach today. And I said, 6 years ago, I still remember the day I told Molly Purdy I had no intention or desire to coach coaches. I was strictly client focused. And it's laughable now, but that's where I was then. And there was nothing wrong with that. And Molly had no issue with taking my coaches. She was perfectly fine with that. And I remember when she told me that, I said, you can't take my people. And so she just giggled, and we still have a laugh about it now, even 6 years later, as to what has transpired. And I heard on the Monday night leadership call last night, they said some people go fast and some people go slow. And it's okay no matter what your pace. The pace is your own, and you take this business in stride. It's a vehicle, it's a tool that we use, and there's no reason to get frustrated. There's no reason to get impatient, because you can take this at your own pace. And I'm finding that from year to year, month to month, that I'm always in a new place of understanding and growth, and something that kind of sparks me in a new way. And I have to admit, in complete transparency, when the company announced these two promotions, the Ignite and Blaze that we're going to discuss tonight, I leaned over to Dee and I said, we totally have that in the bag, like already, like 300 points, easy. I filled out my little thing and I said 300 points. And then I got home and I was like, oh crap, I just worked the numbers. That's a lot of points. But it's not a problem. It's gonna get done. So lo and behold, I set my beautiful mother invited me to sit at a different table on Saturday night at Go Global. And I had the honor and privilege of sitting next to Sherry Peoples, who is on Team Global, and she is the health coach to Heather Patterson. Some of you have followed her story. She's the blogger that was in, I believe, People magazine. And so I got to sit next to her, and she was asking me lots of questions, and vice versa. I was asking her lots of questions. And she identifies herself as a very analytical person. And if you know me at all, you know I am not at all an analytical person. Me and numbers, we don't mix. I remember even a couple years ago when we started talking numbers, I was like, oh, I can't talk numbers. That feels very salesy. Like, I can't look at numbers and track things and track orders, and like, that just feels like I'm not leading with my heart. And yet now, many years later, after having this discussion, I don't know if you heard Brad Miller's presentation last night on being obsessed with the transaction. And though we are not transaction coaches, transformation begins with a transaction. It has to. The only way someone can have a transformation is when a decision is made, and the decision happens when a transaction is made. So we have to get over the fact that we actually have an amazing product that we have to offer people, which is just the tip of the iceberg. It's their entry point into being welcomed into our world, this Optavia community we're creating. So as I'm sitting next to Sherry Peoples and she's talking to me about numbers, she said, Nicole, it's just the law of numbers. If you have X amount of people that you want to bring into your business, you have to talk to X amount of people. When you look at your volume, that represents the amount of clients that you're serving. If you're looking at your team and there are coaches that are rising up, you want to reach down and walk alongside those coaches. You spend your time where there's action. And so as we think about what that means, if you're spending your time where there's action, that means we're not resurrecting the dead. Okay? And if you're a coach that wants to have some more interaction with your coach, then get into action, because actions speak louder than words, right? Saying you want something and actually doing it are two different things. My favorite quote is, your actions thunder so loudly above your head that I cannot hear the words you speak. And so as we're in action and as we're doing things, that's when business coaches can reach down and say, wow, what's going on here? I think we can make something of this. Are you ready? Do you want to go? And Dr. A always says, if you're who's ready and who wants to go? Who wants to run with me, right? So let's get into talking a little bit about these promotions. I actually looked up the definition because I think of promotion and it's promotion, something that's moving, right? In favor of moving, promotion. But the definition on here says, the action of raising someone to a higher position or rank, or the fact of being so raised. Isn't that elevation? I love it. Promotion. So ignite. It's perfect, Susan says. Perfect. So I believe I have ability to share my screen, which I do. And I'm going to share this screen here for you. And I'm going to view this in full screen mode. Perfect. All right. So this is what was shared at Go Global, and we're going to kind of walk through the numbers. And so I highly recommend that even if you're unsure if you're going to participate in the Ignite or Blaze that starts tomorrow, I highly recommend you take notes. Okay. So we're going to first talk about Ignite. Ignite is one of my favorite words, and if Kristen Mallory was on, she'd tell you how excited she is about that word. She's decided to name her new salon Ignite, which is super exciting. So happy for her as she's getting clear about what she wants to create. And as we look at fueling our future, having promotions helps set us into motion for the next 4 months as we become fully Optavia in July. And the Ignite promotion is about your own personal health transformation. On our map, which I hope many of you have filled out because tomorrow is March 1. At the bottom here in the corner, the number one thing, it says recommended daily high leverage activities. So I have a lot of coaches say, what should I be doing? What are some high leverage activities? Okay, the number one thing it says on here is I lead with my health first. I am moving my health forward. So that is what this promotion is all about. In order to build a business, we have to lead with our own health. And no matter if you're at your goal weight, if you're in maintenance and optimization and transition, making a decision, any of those things, Dr. A encourages us all to become a better version of ourselves every day. And so no matter where you are today, you can make a decision to be a better version of yourself tomorrow. And so when we look at this 120 days, and actually this Ignite promotion is March 1 to June 15, as you'll see. So it's not quite 12, it's not quite that long. But as you look at the commitment of what it's going to take over the next, 12-ish weeks, it's important to take a look at what it's going to mean for you and what it's going to mean for your business. And in my personal journey, every time I have a structure laid out for my own personal health, I get up at the same time every day. I spend time doing my quiet time, my prayer time, first thing in the morning. I have my lunch prepped. I have everything set to go with me out the door in the morning. I go to work. I have all of my stuff, everything's in my calendar so that my hours are working for me and my craziness is not running my life. That's when I'm the most successful. And so the efficiency happens when I have structure. And so this is what the company is trying to help us with, is creating structure. So let's get into this a little bit. So the company is asking us, how have we been transformed? We're to submit a 3-minute video. I have contacted Field First Support, and these videos, leading with your own health, don't have to have anything to do with weight loss, but it does have everything to do with Optavia. Optavia is about having a health coach walk alongside you, integrating into a community of health, getting into the habits of health and workbook, and really transforming our mind and using our fuelings. So those are our 4 components, and in using those 4 components, we can talk about transformation. That could be the difference in your body, increasing flexibility. What are some things you hope to be able to do over the next 12, say 4 times 4 is 16, so 14 weeks, right? 14 weeks is how long this promotion is. Over the next 14 weeks, how is your life going to be impacted by deciding to ignite? I can't help but talk about Susan. What is the name of that? The guy that does the fire, and he's all the guy that does the Ignite about the net. Listen to.
Not Tony Robbins, right? Tony Robbins?
No, the guy that you told me to listen to all the time that interviews people.
Oh, yeah, he does the entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneur on Fire.
Entrepreneur on Fire, right.
And he talks about Ignite all the time, because that is the importance of moving forward. You have to ignite. And if you will look up Entrepreneur on Fire in your audio, you can get like the little podcast apps. And if you look that up, you will set yourself on fire. Sandy loves just the whole set yourself on fire and people will come to watch you burn. And let me tell you, Sandy Shine Hughes is on fire right now. I don't know if she's on the line, but that lady was at 6,001 all the time, super frustrated and trying to figure out how to make that work every month. And she blew by. Her goal was 7 and she's at like 8,400 today. So super exciting. As she set her goals. And so she's been ignited. And so as we look at our own personal health transformation, what does that look like for you? And my suggestion would be to decide what it is you want to create in the next 14 weeks, just like we ask our clients to do. What do you want to be different in your health in the next 14 weeks? Do you want to be sleeping your recommended amount, 7 to 8 hours a night, 6 to 7, 6 to 8? Where is it? Do you want to be exercising a certain amount of hours a week? 3 times a week is heart healthy. Maybe you're currently not exercising and you're focused on heart health over the next 14 weeks. That would be a good thing to add. Exercise 3 times a week, 4 times a week being in maintenance, 5 times a week being seeing change, and 6 times a week that you're training for something. And having some sort of program that you're following will really help you to stay engaged and consistent, and having, of course, a buddy helps you do that even more. So as we look at what our health can be transformed, maybe you want to increase your flexibility. Maybe you do have some weight left to lose. Maybe you want to cut body fat. So these are all things as we're looking at our health being transformed. Maybe you are really stressed out and you're really frazzled and you have a lot of anxiety. Maybe that's what you want to transform over the next 14 weeks. And then set up a plan, work with your health coach to set up a plan of what that will look like. And then let's put that to video. And what that looks like is taking your phone. Field First said just to take your phone and video yourself. Make sure all your videos are not vertical. You want to video yourself horizontally, okay? Like this. Make sure you video yourself this way. Much better to come out here for like a selfie versus doing it in the mirror, okay? So take a selfie and maybe you talk about, hey, I'm excited for what the next 14 weeks is going to, how it's going to transpire. My goals are to do blah, blah, blah. This is my plan. This is what I have set up. And maybe over the time period, you touch in with yourself, do a little video, and then we can compile them together as we send them into the company. But I think it'll be so important for us to have testimonial or even pictures that maybe we can add pictures into the videos. The company is going to make them into a professional video. But I think that if we, in it talks about winning stuff, and truthfully, what we win is how we're transformed over the next 14 weeks. And there are surprises and stuff, but I think prizes are just like your weight loss is a byproduct of the habits you create, right? Just like we tell our clients. So you being transformed is amazing, and a byproduct of that is you might win something from the company. So set yourself on fire. People will come to watch you burn. And as we ignite our own personal health, I'm telling you, it will lead your business, and people will want what you have because of the way you're living your life. So this talks a little bit about the rewards, about being reimbursed for convention. So this is all moving up to convention. I hope you all have registered for convention, which is in Dallas. I think it's going, I know it's going to be an amazing time because we will become fully Optavia in July. And that's why they're doing all of these promotions to help us have a huge bang at the Dallas convention, even more so than we already are. So here's a couple of the things about the rewards. Here are some things I wanted to discuss tonight as well. Make sure that you've connected in the Agents of Transformation Facebook group. All you need to do is go to that Facebook page and add and click to join, and then you'll be approved once they've checked who you are, okay? Join the Take Shape for Life Facebook page. These are all really great ways to stay abreast of what's going on in our company. Coach Connection, I learned many years ago from the great Molly Purdy, I should be checking Coach Connection on a daily basis. I have to admit it's not daily for me, but it is weekly, and something that I do so that we can stay up to date on what's going on in the company. There's always new things coming out. I hate hearing from a client that a product is out and I didn't know, right? I know that seems silly, but we want to make sure that we're becoming that we're the best resources that we can be for our clients. On the Agents of Transformation Facebook group, there's tons of different support items, different JPEGs that you can save. You can copy and paste information and be posting them. We're really trying to get the word out about who is Optavia, what are we, and what are we about, what are we about, and what are we about to do. Now available, or available tomorrow for March 1st, there will be all of these things around the health transformation, different e-cards. So we want to encourage our clients to join this. This is not about coaches only, but you know that as coaches, we're all clients too. So we want to make sure that we're leading with our health first and encouraging our clients to come along with us and to share weekly video. All of these things are available to us. So now we're going to move. We only have about 8 minutes left to talk about Blaze. And I want to make sure you understand how you can grow your business by focusing on the numbers. Angela Brown taught us years ago that she would set herself up for what her goal was, and then she would work it backwards. So that's what we're going to do right now, is to work our business backwards. So there are foundational business principles that our company wants us to be doing, and any health coach can participate. It doesn't matter if you just became a coach today. Anybody is available or can participate in doing this promotion, and it helps you to set how you spend your time wisely. So here are what the points look like. For every $300 in frontline volume, you're going to get a point. And it's safe to say that if you have a client that's ordering $300 a month, they are on 5-1. If you have a client that's ordering less than 300 in frontline volume, we might want to, and they're telling you they're doing 5-1, we might want to investigate that a little bit further, because 300 is like the bare minimum in order to still do 5-1. That would still even be really creative if they could figure that out, or they went on a long vacation. Okay, so that's why on the map, we want to be putting down our full program clients. That's what helps us know. And for every line item for a full program client, we know we have a point. The second way to earn points is to sponsor a new health coach. And that health coach having 300 in frontline volume, which is a new client, in their first month, you're going to earn another 10 points for helping that coach. If you are a senior coach or higher, so this would mean if a new coach wants to participate and earn this next level, they would need to be at a senior coach, which is 5 clients or higher, and then help another coach develop into a senior coach and get their CAB. Then you'll earn 30 points. And CAB means getting 5 clients in the first 30 days. And I noticed on here, it doesn't say that, you guys, but it is on Coach Connection. So I don't know if they added that later, but as a senior coach, if you help your new coach get 1 client, you earn the 10 points. If you help them get their first 5 clients and get their CAB, you earn 30. Okay? And then the final way is to bring on executive directors. Now, you have to be an executive director to help develop an executive director to get these points. So an executive director means that you have 6,000 in frontline volume, or you can go the blended path, which means you have some senior coaches and frontline volume. So if you're confused about how to be, or if you need some more direction about how to be an executive director, definitely make sure you're connecting with your business coach so they can help you set up how to make this happen. Because this is the best way to earn points. It's for 50 points to help a coach qualify as a new executive director. So a good question would be, if I have a coach who's already an executive director, do I make those points in March for them being an executive director? And the answer is no. It's only for new coaches, new senior coaches, and new executive directors. The only thing that's technically old business is whatever you have in volume. See this word here that says every? That every word means that if you have 6,000 in frontline volume, you're going to earn 20 points in March. If you have 6,000 in volume in April, you'll earn another 20 points. So if you continue that for the 4 months, this promotion is March, April, May, and June, a full 4 months. So you could earn 80 points just from having 6,000 in frontline volume. Not to mention you'll have a nice consistency bonus of $1,000, which I'd highly recommend. So as we look at these points, it seems like, okay, so let's look a little bit at the levels. So I told you we're going to work backwards. So remember that we're not going to talk about the leadership multiplier tonight, because that's for those people who are at an integrated status. So we can talk about that with the integration or with the integrated leaders. But let's talk a little bit about the different tiers. So of course, again, the company is giving us rewards. Again, a byproduct to me of reaching the points, because your business is going to grow. And that's the exciting part for how many lives are going to be touched from working your business backwards and hitting these points. And if you win some great rewards, awesome. But the best news is that you're going to grow your business and touch way more lives than you would have had you not set your goals, right? So the first level is bronze at 150 points. So if we just consider this level right here, we're going to go back to this and say, okay, if I need 150 points and I'm going to have 6,000 in frontline volume, we know we'll have 80 points from volume. So remember, I told you to take notes because this will make more sense if you write it down. 150 minus 80 is 70. So we need to earn 70 more points to reach this 150 level. So if I sponsor a new health coach and they have their first client, I'm going to earn 10 more points. So that's 60. I have 60 left. Now I help that coach get their cab, so I now earn another 30 points. So now I'm down to only 30 points left. I can either develop another senior coach and get their cab, and this is over the whole 4 months, you guys. So every month I'll get the 20 from my volume, so I can either do client acquisition and earn more points for more new clients. I can sponsor 3 new health coaches with 1 client, or I could develop another coach into a senior coach. All right. So that just kind of gives you an idea of how those points work. 150 would be the bronze level, 200 at silver, and 300 at gold. And I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I know Dee really wants this Optavia Stellar Gold jacket. That's really what she's working towards. I know, and she might not tell the rest of you, but she really wants that jacket. So
not greasy, not grease. I want grease. Nicole wants grease.
Okay. So again, assets and support available, agents of transformation, make sure you're on it. All of these things will be available to you tomorrow. So I would make sure that you go on and make sure you're in the Facebook group and checking Coach Connection. There will be a lot of live trainings from leaders. And this talks about recognition time. Winners will be announced. But remember, Ignite is March 1 through June 15 because you need to have time to get your video in. March 1 through June 30. March, April, May, June. Okay, June 15, so it's just 2 weeks shy of the other. So here's the reward summaries. Again, there is a trip to Greece for the top 10 point earners. But I'm telling you, you guys, if you grow your business, you can just take your extra money and book your own trip wherever you want to go. So what is your decision? How many points do you want to earn? How do you want your business to look by the time you go to convention? And this is really less about the rewards and more about how it's going to move your business forward. Because when you are a little member, I talked about being analytical at the beginning. As we're analytical, we can make a decision about what it is we really want, how to work our business backwards to be able to set some goals. And it makes it a lot more doable versus I'm just trying to do it. I heard a few weeks ago, I was reading actually my devotional, and it said, make sure that your trusting is more than your trying. And we know that this business works, and I'm not going to pull any punches and tell you that every day I wake up and I want to run and work this business as hard and as fast as I can. There are days where I want to just throw in the towel and say, this is not worth it. This is too hard. People stink. This is very frustrating. People give up. What did I do wrong? Okay, I feel all of those things too. That's when I have to reach out to my business coach so she can talk me off the ledge. So I would encourage you to do the same. Make sure you're connecting with your coach, especially if you're choosing to run. If you're deciding to go for any of these points, you definitely want to be connected at the hip with your coach so that you can run with your goals. And I know that I need a little accountability. So as of, this is my last thing, tomorrow, every Wednesday at 12:15, I'm going to do a live Zoom for anyone who wants encouragement, ideas, motivation. We're going to do the first 15 minutes on the Blaze promotion, and then the second 15 minutes on the Ignite promotion, just to be community together and talking about what it is we're doing and how it's going and different ideas for client and coach acquisition. So you'll get the invite with the recording on Team Palace, and I appreciate Susan allowing me to share, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am And I know that this will really help us really blow up Atlanta and all around. And it'll be so fun to do it together and to be really a big presence at convention in Dallas.
So how cool is that, guys? Can we give a big hand, even a muted hand, to Nicole? Because I've heard this 3 times. I got to hear it go global twice, and then this is the time I got it more. So we'll be going over this a lot, or you can go on. So a couple things I want to wrap up. Thank you. Nicole is not only did she do this promotion for us and explain this all to us, she's putting her hat in the ring to show up for us all on Wednesdays at 12:15 to 12:45. The first part is Ignite. No, is that right? The first part is the Blaze.
The reason we're doing business first, you guys, is for us to all get on, and then we can invite our clients on at 12:30. So our clients can join the call at 12:30, and then we can all talk about our health transformation together. That's why we're doing it that way.
I love what you said about it. It can be anything. And so I really love that we can involve our clients in this as well. What agents of transformation, if everyone write that down, that's the Facebook page. Also put that in your favorites so that that's something you can click on easily and plan to check that every day. Nicole, did you want to, and again, we can talk about this, should we do this in Team Palace, or did you want to create a separate Facebook page for those going for it? We can talk about.
I say we put it right on Team Palace, because I'm hoping that for those of you who are apprehensive to decide, we'll see how much fun we're all having doing it, and you can hop on board and do it too.
Love it. And then, what Nicole is saying is what Dr. A is saying is about self-mastery. And how do we get better every single day? But it's not perfection. It's just these little micro improvements every single day. And I love the way she framed that. And let's see, I think we're good. Check on Coach Connection. If you can opt in on the right-hand side for an email. So I just want to let you know, if you're not getting emails from Coach Connection, please do so. Please opt in for that. And we will see you all. I will post the Nicole's link for the 12:15 call. And please play, even if you don't know what you're going to do, even if you're lost and things are over your head. Like I say, it was over my head too. And just come and play. And when we play and have fun together, we will make a difference in so many people's lives. And that's all it's about, is making an impact. Did you have a question, Terry?
Yeah. March 4th. Did you want
March 4th in Atlanta. Yes. Great training. Please invite people. And again, but only invite people who you really, really like. And only, invite people that you want to be with and can make a difference for people. I mean, I know we have a responsibility to offer this to everybody, and it can tear us apart, but really the people will self-select. So just finding what it is that excites somebody, and it'll be a connection or it won't. So anyone else have a question? Dee, are you in? Do you know what your goal is yet?
I do know, just the short story is, I was working on this from a business perspective, and I was pretty clear with what I want to do in the next year, and that's where all my energy is. And when Nicole and I are accountability partners, especially for our business, and she texted me and said, you know what, I'm going to do this for the physical health part, and here's what I'm going to do, and here's my plan. And what it did to me was it raised the tension in me. And I was like, oh gosh, that would be good to really focus on my health and take that to the next level, because I know it would have that ripple effect. And I think it's a great example to show what, at any level, we have another level to go to. And I definitely have another level. I've just been struggling with some intrinsic motivation to make changes. So yeah, she's helping me raise the bar. We're still figuring out what that bar will be.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm the same way, because she told me on Monday morning, bright and early, this is what she was doing. She was all turned on. She had just gotten back from Florida, though, okay? So vacations are really an important part of this. And then I was like, oh, really? Okay. I can't be left behind. I gotta like, when someone lights a fire under you, you gotta like, rise to the occasion. So I'm the same way, Dee. So thank you, Nicole, for raising us all up. And like I say, don't worry if you don't get it all right now, tonight. If you're overwhelmed or whatever, we'll keep repeating it over and over again. It'll be a lot of fun. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Thanks, Nicole.